So today is Wednesday, November 22nd. Tomorrow's gonna be Thanksgiving over here in the U.S., so it's not going. There's nothing going to be going on. But today there's actually some good movement in the market today. We can see today that don't need that. That today the upper point was the daily extension high. As you can see, it bounced off the 1.414. And that was the high for the day, and then it just moseyed around all right there. There was one trade I took. This is a retracement trade that spanned from way back over in here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure which one it was, but it was somewhere over here, and so that's what that one was. But anyways, going into, there shouldn't be a whole lot of move the rest of the week, so probably looking going into next week. Just gotta see what's going to happen. We're just looking for some retracement trade. We've got that retracement trade right there. We have a retracement trade right here we are waiting on. See, it comes down and hits at least the 50, goes up and hits off the 1.146. So these are just strictly prototypical ABCD moves right here. So A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. That's all these are here. So we, especially this one is perfect. And so we put the set on there. Yeah, so we're just waiting for the pullback to come down to 50, get in right there. So we're just waiting for little pullback in the S&P 500 market right there. I wonder why I have that one set up like that. It's kind of off right there. I guess it can't be really anything, but anyways, yeah, that's that. Going over to the Russell 2000, we got one big one I'm looking for. Actually, we got a couple. So did we have an expanding triangle trade right here? 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. So when price, we put the shift pitchfork on, which is right there. So if price ever breaks or closes above the median line right there, that's X we're looking for, the top of the yellow line right there. And then another one, we also have potential triangle trade. And that's why I put this note on here. When this turns red, talking about that semaphore, the orange one right there, go long, because price did break above the blue line right there, the trend line right there. You can see it from right there. Price did close above it right there, so it is a signal to go long, but I'm just waiting for this one to turn red right there. Once that happens, we can put the bottom side on, that's fine. Once that happens, we can go long, and the target is going to be right around over there, around 1847.1. That's 1846.6, which was also the, if I'm still going to look at using the Fibonacci extension levels from that trade, which I'm not really looking at that anymore. We'll see. So that'd be great as well. So definitely some long setups here in the Russell 2000. Just need this to pop on a little bit more higher to go long. Hopefully this one turns red, and then we will be good to go for that trade. If not, we still have this one set up that we're just waiting for right there. So that is the Russell 2000. Going into the Dow Jones right here, we have a couple potentials we were looking for. So this is a potential shift pitchfork trade for an expanding triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. It's on the 5-minute chart. I'll show you real quick. It's right there, 1, 2, orange, red, red, red. So that's that. So if it ever closes below there, we'll go short. 15 minutes. And then on top of it, wanted to show, because let's see, this was the purple lines were the daily extension levels. You see price up there, and that's pretty much where it kind of stopped it for the day, just like the S&P 500. Take that off of there. But we did have a really nice, another expanding, we had actually two really nice trades. So we'll go over the shift pitchfork one. This is an expanding triangle trade on the 5-minute chart. Let's see, 1, 2, higher high right there. Lower low right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And all we're looking for is price to close above it. And that's where it closed above it right there. So that means the target we're looking for is the upper band of the shift pitchfork. Price did come down and hit the lower band first, which was one thing I was looking at oil yesterday. If it hits that first, you get in right there and then just get out closer to where it broke it or it closed above it. But so far the answer is no, which is good, because I'll talk about oil here in the next chart. But the price just went up there, and actually when I was looking at the charts this morning, this time got in right around, when I get in, 35 190s right there, and then I got out at 35 240. So real nice trade for that one for the expanding triangle. And then I actually took this trade as well, where we have on the either 5 or 15, I know 5 for sure, yeah, 15 which is fine. We have orange symbol for higher low, orange symbol for higher high. So price closed above it right there. I got in right here, I think a little high right there, and then I had my exit right here, right there. I got out early. The reason why I got out earlier rather than because you can see it went up there and ticked off to 1.146 right there. There's a target box. It hit the exit perfectly. The main reason why is because it was, see, it was already hitting up the high side of the daily extension target. So I figured just go ahead and take that profit rather than looking for another. That would have been nice, another 40 ticks or so. That would have been cool, but it's no big deal. We went ahead, played safe, got out of there because price easy could just pull back for the rest of the day since who knows what was going to happen for it. So those were the trades for the Dow Jones that worked out really nicely. Going in next week, yeah, we just have that one that we're looking for. We want to see if we can still use, or I want to see if I can still use the 2.236 Fibonacci extension level for the expanding triangle trade with the trend line break. But right now, the shift pitchfork has taken over for it. Are there any? Here's a potential. Is this one potential as well? Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? Here we got a potential retracement trade set up. Just ABC move, A right here, B right here, C right there. So that hit perfectly off the 1.146. So just like it's either SP 500 or Russell, for which one it was, it's just the same exact move that's going along with it. So going into next week or the rest of this week, we will look for this retracement trade set up if price comes back to this level right here. Going into oil. Now here was the question I had at the end of yesterday right here, was that, take this that way, was that I'd gotten short right here for this one. It's on the 5-minute chart for oil. So here we have the expanding triangle trade right here. 1, 2, lower low, that's 3, and then 4, the higher high right there. So you put the shift pitchfork on using those 3 points. Then when price closes below it, that's where the initial short is right there. I didn't see it till it was right about here, so that's what got it right there. And then for the rest of the day, price kept just trending away from it. So that's when, and then it opened up and even looked like it's going to, it did go a little bit higher. So then I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be a failure right here. Time to look for another way to try to trade this. And of course, the first time I got in, this is the first time I'd gotten in using the shift pitchfork trade for the using the shift pitchfork for the expanding triangle. Now, other times I'd seen it, it had worked just fine. It's just for this one, or there'd been one other where it kind of went away before it came back. And of course, this one I got in was only the second time I've seen it and then went away for it. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go to sleep. And if it's just like all the way, if it's, continue to go up here, I'll just exit, take a good size loss for it, and then chunk that setup. Or what I'll do is change it to where here's the entry right here. Here's the issue. When price comes up, hits the yellow line up there, you get in short right there, and then just get out right around the midpoint area when price first crossed it, just to be safe. And so that was actually what was going to be my option I was going to look for. But fortunately, the price went lower, and then the bottom just dropped out of oil. I mean, look at that. It was just a huge move down. I mean, it made a huge rally once the market opened up today, but I mean, the overnight session, it was down going into, well, even after the market opened, I mean, it was down over 5% today. A huge move. So it's nice to come up and see that. And see, I got out right there because I just had at the time, I'd set my exit right here near the bottom of it. Before I went to bed, I wish I'd set it about right here, closer to that time for a little more profit. But anyways, great move, completely overshot it. So it shows me that this move still works for it. So we're still going to obviously continue to utilize that. But what we also have for it right now is using the 15-minute chart. This is another expanding triangle move. Let's get rid of this right here. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. That's high, low, higher, high, lower, low right there. So again, we just take the shift pitchfork. 1, 2, 3. So whenever price closes above the median line right there, we'll look to go long and take it up to the yellow line right up there for it. What is this thing for? Oh, we got some potential retracement trades up here coming up as well. You know what? There is also a retracement trade right here we could use. That to that, I'm not worried about that. So basically what's going to happen when price does close above it, there will be some movement around here. It's not just going to go straight up. There will be some movement, and then eventually price will go up to that level, but there will be resistance up on this level right there for that resistance. But that's what we're looking at for crude oil going into tomorrow. And it looked like today that is going to be a complete blowout day in crude oil for it. You can see right there, found a little bit of support and the market just totally dropped out. And look what happened. Market rallied and finished down 1%, but right around the target extension low area of the day. Going into tomorrow, there's going to be a huge target all the way up here and down there. You can see the purple target areas right there. So, not necessarily there's going to be hit, but it's just a big target for that day. And last but not least, going over to Nasdaq, I did have a we have some retracement trades coming up over here. This is what I'm looking at for it right here. So tomorrow, I probably won't get into tomorrow just because Nasdaq has it has a lot of margin requirements for it out of all of them, and but it also has most money potential. So maybe Friday, we'll see, because I don't think there'll be enough movement for it once you get in here. Now, if it goes all the way down to like the 76.4 level right here, and without getting out of that, then definitely I'll get in there and I'll let you take it out up there. But I just don't want to hold multiple contracts for Nasdaq overnight. But yeah, that's Nasdaq. It's just A, B, C, D move right there, and that's basically all we're looking for in the market. And we do have potential triangle trade right here. We have a high. Here we have a lower high. Here we have a low, and then we have a potential lower high right there. So if this move pushes up right here, closes above it, right over here, continues to move up, we're looking for a green semaphore to form right there. And then when that happens, we would look to go long and look for the target to be up here at 16197.75. Let's see, could you do it in the 5 minute? No, nothing's even formed in the 5 minutes. So we need another orange one to form right here. And there's not a green one forming yet. So it's telling me that the potential for this thing to take out the low. And so if it goes below this one right here, which the low for this one is, I'll just put this on, it's easy to figure it out. 16,005.25. If it breaks that, then that would create a lower low, so that moves over. But Kenny moves up, we get a high, and look to go long for it, and look for a good, nice long trade right there. So we do have potential right there for it. It's either 5 or 15 more. It's probably a 5 minute chart. Went for the orange just because it's easier to get it closed outside of that right there. So those are the trades for the day. Have a happy Thanksgiving out there, and talk to you later. Thanks, bye.